In this video, I will explain about button class, component button, then I will show you action event that is generated on button. Then also we will handle that event. So I will explain about action listener. So these three things we are going to learn. So for that I will develop one application, and through that application I will explain you. So here is an example application. So what this application is going to do, it will have a button name is click, and this is a label, and this label is having initial value as a 0. Then when you click on a button, this value will be incremented. From 0 it becomes 1. Again, if you click, it becomes 2, so on. So this is like counter, so it will be incrementing as you go on clicking on a button. So this is what an application is going to do. Now what are the things I require for developing this application? Let us learn those things. Then we will start writing the program. See, we require a frame. Okay. So frame, I will not use a direct object of a frame, but I will write my own class for frame. And that frame will have one label. This is label. And next is button. I should take a button. I should add these components to a frame. Then on a button, I should handle an event. That is action event. So I should implement a action listener. So my frame class, I will implement action listener. Then in that action listener, we will increment the value of this label. We will change the value of this label. So we need three components, frame plus label and button. Then we have to handle an event, that is action listener. So let us write on the program. I have a NetBeans project ready, and the name of the class is button demo. This is having a main method, so this is an application class. Let us start. First of all, I will import java.awt.start. Then I should also import java.awt.event, because this event package will have set of event classes and interfaces also. So I have imported these two packages. Now I have to write my own class for frame. Class my frame. This will extend frame class. Okay. Then inside this, I need one counter for counting, that is initialized to 0. The next thing, I need a label L, I will take it as, and a button B. This is ready. Then I should write down a constructor for my frame class, and in that constructor I will call superclass constructor of frame class, and I will give the title as button demo. Then I should create a label, so I will say new label, and this label I'll give some spaces here, then plus count. See, count is an integer type value, so we have to set a string here. So how to convert an integer into a string? So I should call a method of a string, but instead of that, there's an easy method. Give a empty string. Okay, empty string, then plus count. So this empty string plus concatenated value of count becomes a string only. Then one more thing. See, count is 0 now. It is a single digit. So the size of the label will also be single digit only. No, we want a bigger label. So give some spaces. So the label size will be equal to the number of spaces that we have taken plus the count. Okay. So to have a bigger label, I have given spaces. The next is button. Button, I will give the name of this button as click, that is label of this button is click. Now I should add these things to a frame. This is the regular thing that we are supposed to do. So first of all, set layout and set the layout as flow layout. Okay, this is done. Then I should add label first. This will be added to a frame because we are inside a class that is inheriting from frame. So this method is a local method for our class. So add a button. This is over. Then I said that I will show you details of button. So let us press B dot and see the methods. Add is one of the method. Add action listener. See, I said that a listener must be registered with a component so that events are sent on to the listener. So add action listener. This is the method for registering a listener for handling action event. So this is the method. Okay, we will be using it. Then these are all the methods that are coming from component class that are in gray color. Now bold one, that is add notify. Then go on, let us scroll down. All these methods are coming from component class, so they may not be much useful. Then next is get action command. It returns a string. On the right hand side, if you see, it returns a string. Okay, so get action command will give you the label of a button, so you will know which button is pressed. So if you have multiple buttons and there is only a single listener, that time this is useful. You want to know which button is pressed, so it will give you a label. get action command gives a label. Get action listener, so set was there, so get is also there. Then let us scroll down further. Get label, so get label also is the same thing. Get action command as well as get label gives you the same thing. Set action command is there, so you can change the label of a event. Set label is there, so more than one methods are there for doing the same thing. So with this you can change the label of a button. So that's it. Get label, set label are the important methods of a button class. Okay, these two are. Now let us look at the methods of label class also. L dot, see this is also having similar methods. Set text is there. It is not label. The method is set text. So also we have get text in this one. So you can set some text inside a label and you can get the text of a label. That's all. I have shown you about label class and button class. Now let us come to event handling. I said that we have to handle an event, that is action event. So we should implement action listener. So I will make this frame class itself implements action listener. This is the interface. This is present inside event package. Okay, so I have shown you the method present inside this action listener. Let us have a look at it once again. Interface action listener. Then this is having one method void action performed and takes action event as a parameter. So when you are implementing this listener, you have to override action performed. So here I am getting an error. It is asking me to override a method. So in NetBeans, just keep the cursor here and press Alt Enter. It will give you some options. So implement all abstract methods. The first option is, so I click enter, then it has implemented that method. Okay, it has implemented that method. See, override is a annotation. Public void action performed action event. So I was not using override just to reduce the number of lines. Okay, just to reduce the number of lines. And inside this there is one exception is also thrown. So I will remove that one also. We don't require. So now it is as if I am writing the code by myself. Okay, I have not taken help of NetBeans. So this is the method action performed. When a button is pressed, it will send a event to this method. So this becomes a callback method. So action event will come to this one. So let us look at this action event object. Okay, then we will do the rest of the work. E dot get action command. This will give you the label of a button which has pressed. Okay, which has generated this event. Then modifiers. Modifier, get modifier. See, sometimes we press shift key and then press a button, or hold alt key and press a button. So this gives that modifier which will tell you, was there any key that was pressed that time? Was it pressed at that time? So it will give you that modifier. So get when. So it will give you the time at which this event has occurred. Okay, this is not that much useful. Then param string. Again, this will give you the label of a button only. Okay, this is useful for debugging purpose. So that's all. This action command. So this action command gives you the label of a button if at all you want to know. But we know we have only one button. We know click is a button name. This is the click is a button name. Okay. If you are making this action perform to respond to multiple buttons, then that is useful. You should know which button is pressed. So in some other application, I may be using it. So that's all. I have implemented action listener. Now I have to write on the code here what I should do when the button is pressed. So what I should do? I should increment count. That is not enough. I should set it in label also. I should show it in the label. So it means when this button is clicked, this value should change. So this value I am taking it in a count variable, isn't it? So that count plus I did, then that value should be set inside label. So yes, I will do it. L dot set text, right? Set text. And again, I should give quotes. So I should give a string and give some space, then count. That's all. So event handling is done. Now this action listener, this is a listener class. It should register itself with the component which generates event. So which component generates event? Button. So here, after creating a button itself, I should say b dot add action listener. This one. So who is a listener of this button? See, my frame class itself, because it is implementing action listener. So this class object only. So I should write on this here. I have written this here. So button is a component and it is inside this frame. That is my frame. And that frame itself is a listener. So this I have written. That's all. Now the listener has also registered with the component button. Everything is ready. My frame application is ready. Now I should create an object of this my frame and make it visible and set the size. So okay, inside main method, I will create an object of my frame. Then f dot set size, I will set the size as 400 by 400. Then I will also set it visible, and that is true. Set visible true. False means it will be hidden. True means it will be visible. Let us run the application. Application is running. Let us click on this. Oh, it has changed to 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it is changing. Yes. So if I go on pressing, the value is incrementing. Okay. So that's all. This is how application runs. If I close, it will not close. I should go back to NetBeans and then stop the application. So how to close it? We are going to learn about it in later videos. So that's all in this video. So go through this application, develop the application by yourself, and try to study these components and the listeners and event also. Like I have shown you, just observe what are the methods of these classes. That's all in this video.